The Jacob Media Sports Network, in partnership with 97.3 ESPN, brings you the Mays and Eytan Show.
Middays with Harry Mays and Eytan Shander.
Now, it's the Midday Show with Harry Mays and Eytan Shander on 97.3 ESPN Radio.
Harry, you know, you've heard this phrase before. If you want to get in, you better get in now. Because starting at 12:30, I don't know if we're going to have time to talk to anybody outside of the people that are going to be on our show.
Right.
Including, mind you, that 12:50 segment, since it's a Wednesday in which we're going to do Deadwood. And I figure at this point, because it might even be comical if we have time, I'll sneak in a Stranger Things update at the end.
So
Yes.
you've actually
Well, I have no choice.
No, but I'm saying yesterday you were like really wondering what you should do, and you don't really want to do it. So you dove in.
Okay, I'll give you a quick sneak peek. I am going to change my opinion about one person that was ripped by me yesterday on the show.
Hopefully it's the kid from Egg Harbor
I'm not
Township.
telling you who it is.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying plan on me at 12:54 for me to change my opinion. All right, I'm 7 episodes in, season 1. It's not the best show I've ever seen. I don't know why people would say that, but that's neither here nor there. Deadwood is way more important for me and you today. Before that, though, it's going to be Bob from Crossing Broad at 12:30, not his usual 1 o'clock spot, because at 1 o'clock, we couldn't even get this on the promo. This thing happened.
No, I know.
Following. What are you looking at, sleeper beds?
No, I'm
Because I need a new king-size bed because I'm moving into a new house.
Not for beds.
Knock on wood.
Jesus. At 1 o'clock, we're going to be speaking with Hall of Famer Jim Ross, legendary voice of wrestling.
Oh, my
Okay,
goodness.
because he's going to be in town this weekend on Sunday down at Dave & Buster's on Columbus Boulevard from 3 to 5 doing a live podcast called Grilling JR.
Okay.
So we're going to talk to JR, and I got a bunch of good questions for him, and then we're going to see what he's doing with this podcast and promote it.
All right, I can't wait. I cannot wait. I feel like we have to find a way to Mays and Eytan the interview, right?
What do you mean?
Well, between you, myself, we've got Josh and Hunter available to us. Mike Gill is somewhere around if he's not still in the studio. We have a lot of people. I love the fact that unlike us, right, where we constantly, or other shows, right, we constantly involve other people that aren't even here today, like Mosher or PT or other people, right, who could be listening to the show or station at any time. Right, yeah. Ryan, thank you as well. So we have access to a lot of different people who might know certain things about wrestling and or Jim Ross that you and I may not know.
Well, I could guarantee you that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I don't want to just pull something off a Wikipedia page and say, hey, Jim, tell us about what happened in 1989.
Well, you don't have to, because I already did that this morning in my preparation.
Well, okay, you got the generic stuff or you got the good stuff?
I call it generic, whatever you want.
No, I thought that you would go a little deeper than the Wikipedia page. Second level, man.
Well, okay, but that's your deal. So I'm expecting a little something out of you.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the difference.
I mean, I haven't watched wrestling in
When's
probably
the last time?
Since the late 90s, maybe early 2000s. I'm talking like when The Rock was really going great guns and Stone Cold Steve Austin. I loved Stone Cold Steve Austin, who is actually like really good friends with Jim Ross. In fact, Jim Ross apparently gave him the nickname the Rattlesnake.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. See,
Yeah.
look at this. The last time you sat down was that long ago? Was that 20 years ago?
That was, talking about like Monday Night Raw.
Right.
Which is
still going on.
I never went to any. I haven't gone to a wrestling event. Well, actually, I did go a couple years ago with Bruno. We went to a taping.
Which.
Yeah, we're gonna cross the streams with Tony Bruno at 1:30. But we went
Bob at 1. Sorry.
We went to a live wrestling event at the Wells Fargo Center. I want to say maybe 2012, maybe 6-7 years ago. It was one of those Monday night things, and we went with a bunch of listeners. And we had pretty good seats.
That's pretty cool, man.
It was pretty funny.
That's a pretty good idea.
That was pretty funny. But that I did, because, we had a bunch of listeners that wanted to go with us. So that's why I went to that. Prior to that, I hadn't been to a live wrestling event since like 1979, back at the Hamburg Fieldhouse up in Berks County.
Yeah.
Where they used to come once a month. And Bob Backlund, I believe, was the champion back then. And I saw the feature bout was Chief Jay Strongbow against superstar Billy Graham. Two of my favorites were going at it.
Chief who?
Chief Jay Strongbow. I think he was from Pawhuska, Oklahoma.
Was he a real chief?
No, he was from actually this area. I think.
Okay.
I think he's like a South Jersey or a South Philly guy.
He's from Passyunk?
He's from like Jersey or something. But dude, I'm telling you, like it was great.
My goodness.
He'd go on the warpath and stuff. Like all this stuff you probably couldn't do today. Like you would never be able to probably bring back a Chief Jay Strongbow.
No,
no. Because the
That-
PC people would shut it down.
Absolutely,
You know?
absolutely.
And Billy White Wolf was his tag team partner. They were pretty good tag teamers too.
I'm guessing he wasn't a chief either.
No, I don't think so.
My goodness, man.
Yes, sir.
Jim, we're getting this from Josh Henning. Jim Ross and Lane Johnson are friends. JR is a big-time Oklahoma
Well, he's an Oklahoma
Sooner
Sooner guy. Yeah, he's from I think he was born in California but grew up in Oklahoma, and he's a big Sooner guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we have that down there.
Yeah.
What do you think do you think he has a regrettable call? Do you think that he has a call that he looks back and was like, man, that was either not me or I shouldn't have said that or something along those lines?
That's interesting. So now that would be a good second level question.
I'm trying to think of something that you and I could hit him with where it's just not going through the same media circuit. Chances are he's going through some sort of media circuit.
He is.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's going to be inundated with some questions. Hey, no. I'm trying to just be a little different, right?
Okay, that's fine.
No, I'm not,
Yeah.
coming down on that. All right, we also have Bob from Crossing Broad's going to join us at 1 o'clock.
Now, did you watch
12:30.
Did you watch any of the All-Star game last night? Because you
Nope.
said you weren't going to do it.
I didn't.
I did.
Well, technically, I was on it an hour earlier, but so I was doing some other stuff. I mean,
Okay.
We talked. Here's the thing. I watched a couple of things via clips. Like I was able to clip some things and watch them after the game. So I saw the Freddie Freeman mic'd up.
That was great.
Amazing television.
And I'm telling you, that is
Amazing
something
television.
that they really need to look into doing on a regular basis, not just All-Star game. That is super cool. I don't know.
I was trying to think this through. I'm with you. I want to see it too. I want to see some sort of live interview.
Like it was cool. He could call right back to Joe Buck because he had an earpiece in too. He wasn't just mic'd up.
No,
because he had the earpiece in. He's in the batter's box and he's like talking to the catcher, and you could hear it. And he's yelling at the pitcher, "Throw strikes!"
He's yelling at Verlander.
Yeah,
they're going to tell me what they're throwing.
Right.
And then Verlander couldn't really
like
hear
Bull
it.
Durham.
It was awesome. Yeah. And then they had at one point 3 outfielders all mic'd up having conversations, which was really cool.
It was cool.
Now, at what point is that line going to meet strategy in real time? Because I'm with you, and I don't know if there's a way, and we'll open it up, 609-403-0973. If you watch the All-Star game, any real reaction from it beyond, of course, JT Realmuto's night. If you wanted to talk, the technology and the element of interactive technology, I think is a really cool place to start. I don't know. I want to see it. I'm with you, man. I want to see it.
It would really help baseball.
It would be
to me. Right?
Okay, yes, because right now what we have is some manager getting interviewed and then replayed.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's awful. And you're never going to get anything really from that manager, right?
Right.
So at what point where does the rubber meet the road, meaning that line that says, okay, this is a good idea, but now it becomes impractical? And I'll give you an example. I want to see, and this is what I would like to see, something I think baseball can benefit from. Bryce Harper knocks a ball into the gap. Mm-hmm. He's mic'd up for his at-bat, okay?
Right.
Now, it's not an interactive. Joe Buck's mic, similarly to that headset thing in the NFL, Joe Buck's mic is not active. But Bryce Harper is mic'd up for the at-bat. So you have sound. You're listening to the sound, the raw sound, and, oh, shoot, or whatever he says.
So you can listen to him running around the bases, like, all that stuff.
Yes. And then as soon as he's declared safe, Joe Buck's mic is hot.
Okay, then he can start talking to him.
Bryce.
Yeah.
What'd
you see on that pitch?
Yeah. So, hey, Bryce, you dropped your gloves, or Bryce, you got a little tear in your leg, whatever it is, you can have fun with it. Like that point. But then I don't know, is there enough time? Does Harper have enough time to talk to Joe Buck for 30 seconds before the third base coach is throwing him signs?
I don't know that it needs to be 30 seconds. That's the thing. It's like you could just drop it in for, a 5-6 second back and forth. And,
how you feeling, Bryce?
And then you're back to business because Buck's got to call the game, too. Whoever the guy is. It's not just.
Let's just hope it's
Buck.
not Mark Teixeira. Right? boy.
Dude, yeah.
I heard him do an interview, and it was as bad as his analysis.
Yeah.
Or I should say as lifeless.
He just has nothing.
It was as lifeless as his analysis. Yeah. I don't know why this guy is still there. My goodness. But that could be it. All right, for the people watching, this is how you can get us. Visual is at Shander Show. The Periscope feed is up at Harry Mays to you. We're live on Twitch, Mays and Eytan. And keep that Mays and Eytan page handy, because at 1:30 we'll cross the streams with Bruno's show, who's live on his Twitch channel as well. And we also are on Facebook. And look, a lot of good stuff. See, you continue to neglect Facebook.
Well, I'm not on Facebook.
This is where we get the most amount of interaction.
Okay, well,
Steve
good.
Ebinger, great show, guys. Harry with the wrestling knowledge. Brian Neal, Wildwood is listening. Break Gill's balls.
Well, we do that on a daily basis.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, I was listening to a little bit of the show yesterday.
Matt Croak weighing in. He's a Philadelphian who has relocated decades ago to D.C.
Okay.
They own a bar down there. He and a couple of other guys.
Let's go do a remote.
Croak, we're coming down, all right? There's like 6 or 7 of them who have all relocated like 20 years ago to D.C., and they hold Eagles parties, like everything.
Why D.C.? Like, what, would they all work for the government or something?
No, in the service industry.
Oh, okay.
You know, something along those lines. Service industry, they own a bar, man. That's what it is. Like, they were bartenders and things like that. So I worked in the same hotel bar that they did. They worked in the Irish pub. I worked in the high-end stuff. I was busting tables.
All right.
They wouldn't put me behind a bar.
Well, I've perused many of bars down in D.C., in the Georgetown area and beyond.
Look at this.
Adams Morgan in that area.
That's where I lived, close to that area.
Yeah, right near GW, where the campus at GW is. I was all over that place.
Logan's Circle, right? Square here, circle there, is where the bar that the two of us worked at. His brother Gareth was down there, my buddy Colin McDonough.
There's a lot of circles down there.
There are. Yeah, there are. And that was it. So I worked on the hotel end, and he worked at, look at this, Boundary Stone or Moreland's Tavern. Thanks, Matty, for putting this out there. Boundary Stone, D.C., or Moreland's Tavern. So if anybody is traveling to Washington, D.C., in the listening area, because, people travel now in the summertime, right?
Sure.
If you're heading down there, go ask for the Croaks. You walk in there and say, Eytan Shander, Harry Mays told me to ask for Matt Croak. And if he's not there, then tell him you know Gareth Croak, all right? And we'll do a remote. He said we're always welcome. Look at this.
Beautiful.
We might have just locked in a remote.
Well, now we getting paid.
Well, we'll talk.
That's 2.5 hour drive.
I don't know if we're ready to negotiate that on the air right now.
Oh, okay. Because I will. I'm ready to go.
Listen, I haven't seen Matt in forever, so he's chiming in. Let's just let him enjoy the show before we run him off. Is that all right? Is that fair?
I'm good at running people off.
Yeah, you and me both. Yeah. Trust me. I get that. 609-403-0973 is the text board. Good afternoon, boys. My daughter left the house this morning rocking the Harry and Eytan hoodie. She said, Dad, can I listen to them today? And I said, maybe not today, sweetheart. Today's show is for adults only.
Yeah, we're NSFW today.
Why are we any more? Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because I got a good tweet. I got a very good constructive criticism tweet here. But
why we got criticism? That's from the boss?
No. Oh. Constructive criticism. It came from somebody on Twitter. But I'm curious, what's going on, though? Why would today be more NSFW than any other day?
I don't know. It's not.
Oh, okay.
It always is.
Okay. No,
there's always some reference that you'd probably want to have earmuffs. That's going to occur at some point in time in the show.
Okay. So this was yesterday.
Especially with Bruno being on.
Oh, well, that's 1:30.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like at 1:30, yeah, I would say if you have the kids in the car and you're listening to the show at 1:30.
Yeah, earmuffs.
Yeah, or maybe just tell them to put on their headset or something like that.
Apparently,
right?
he's playing my rant from yesterday on Summer League basketball.
Oh, I like
on
that.
On his show. Because I knew he'd love that because, he loves to rail on the NBA.
Yeah, he's a
for
big fan
anything.
of that. Any opportunity.
Say, I love the NBA.
Yeah, right.
I hate the hype.
Is that it?
That's what he says.
Unbelievable. All right, here, I found the tweet. It's good constructive criticism. This is from Terrax Untamed at Terry Oak, OKE1.
Okay.
Big fan of Shander Show and 97.3 in general. You've been a great addition, but the regular early afternoon porn talk makes it a little difficult to listen with a 13-year-old rabid NBA fan.
Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Now, that is anybody out there, and I'm not the one to say it, and you're probably not the one to do it either, but it's pretty easy to see why translation is easily lost on Twitter because you go back and forth, there's shots, there's snipes.
Right.
That resonated with me.
Okay.
That is a rarity. That is somebody reaching out with legit concern saying, you know what, I appreciate what you guys are doing. I appreciate what 97.3 is doing, but I have some constructive criticism.
All right.
Now, what do we do with that?
That's a good question.
Did we really talk that much porn?
No, well, you seem to like to want to take me there a lot with references. You know,
I thought the last
with Brazzers and all this kind of stuff. And every now and then I'll throw something in like we did with that
Dan
Lust the other day, where
Friday.
I asked him if he was related to someone with the last name of Lust.
Right, at Parks
like
Casino.
stuff like that happens, but that's kind of innocent, stupid stuff. It's not like we're sitting down here breaking down film. You know what I mean? I'm not going baldy breakdowns on the latest video.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I was actually thinking about that. Before we get to Bob from Crossing Broad.
Oh, is that another podcast you want to do?
No. I was thinking is there a way, and we have to talk about the opening 10 minutes of yesterday.
That's what I was going to say, Gil's show. I was listening yesterday.
We have to talk about that because that was an unmitigated disaster. And I don't know any other way to put it. It was entertaining. Like,
it was.
I was locked in.
Me too.
But that was a disaster. All right. So before we hit that, I was thinking about this. I don't know why. Maybe you read my mind or something. We didn't prep this. We don't prep anything.
We don't prep at all.
No, we just know.
I do prep on my own just in case we need some hardcore data.
In case we start talking about the Phillies.
Yeah, in case we need some data because This is, after all, a sports show.
Right. So what I'm saying is this. Baldy's Breakdowns has become one of the most successful video things on Twitter.
Fantastic.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there a way that we can bring him on and Mays and Eytan it? Meaning, can we have him break down non-NFL video? Now, I'm not going to go.
Show?
Yeah. Like maybe there's a viral video that comes out,
like Bob Menery does. Like Bob Menery does the play-by-play stuff in that voice.
Thank you.
By the way, he got slapped by the PGA Tour.
They made him. They went full E-Rock on him.
Yeah, they
Twitter
made him
E-Rock.
take down some videos because they claim it was like a trademark infringement or whatever. But it was hilarious. That guy's hilarious.
Well, I'll say this: that's absurd because he really is funny, and we need him. Josh asked, I don't know if Baldy's seen Deadwood, and we wouldn't want him to break down the Summer League.
No.
Unless he goes full Bob. But here's the thing, like, it's not going to be Bob Menery. Not Kurt Menefee.
Or Kurt Menefee. Right. Who's actually Baldy's one of his best friends.
Correct.
Baldy was in his wedding.
Yeah, and I think they travel around the world, don't they?
I think maybe
they do like 1 or 2 world trips a year.
Well, I think
Menefee.
before Kurt got married, he might have been part of the Travel Dogs.
Oh, is that
Baldy
it?
Calls the group.
And now Kurt's out because
Probably,
he's married?
I would imagine.
That's what I tell you. If that's not an advertisement for staying single, you immediately, the second you're married, you're cut out of Baldy's Travel Dog
We're
group.
going 3 weeks to Bora Bora.
Listen,
I can't go because I'm married.
I've seen pics of him in Belize.
Oh, I know.
Okay, it's enough to keep thinking about me changing what I'm doing right now.
Swimming with sharks.
Unbelievable. I don't know what. I feel like Baldy is so worldly that he could break down the Summer League. He could break down a scene from Deadwood, but I feel like it would almost be a waste.
It would.
We need him to break down something ultra super viral that's more entertaining because the best thing about it, too, is that if he's out on it, he'll be out on it.
How about
This is awful.
How about the girl fight at the Cubs? It looked like a Cubs-White Sox game that was going around the internet a day or two ago. You know, like stuff like that.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Or the fight at Disneyland.
Yeah, that too. I didn't see that one. I heard
didn't
about
see it.
But here's the other thing. Did you see the one today I saw?
There's another fight?
Branded Sports put this up, and it was this guy getting in a fight with his what looked like his girlfriend, and there was another guy with nothing on but a towel wrapped around him. They're in the hallway of a hotel. And I guess the boyfriend, quote unquote, caught this guy in his room with his girlfriend, and he's screaming, and the girl's trying to calm him down. Meanwhile, the dude's just standing there in his towel, a really big guy with a towel around his towel on his
Wait,
face.
is he the violator or the man who's been violated?
He's the violator.
Okay.
And the violated is saying, I got your name tattooed on my back. Like, he's
God.
flipping out. And the girl says, I didn't tell you to get my name tattooed on your back. It was hilarious. You got to find it.
I need to find it.
And meanwhile, there's like a security guy for the hotel just standing like maybe 15 feet away and right next to the person filming it just going like, what? Like,
is it not safe for work? Or can we just run it?
Well, no, there's curse words, I believe.
I wonder if Hunter would be able to do this or Josh in the break would be able to find it.
It's about a 20, 30-second clip. It's not very long.
But it's on Branded Sports. So they have it.
Yeah,
okay, so
yeah.
I wonder if they'd be able to find it. And, we can play it maybe sometime. Maybe we'll play it for Bruno.
It was pretty funny.
Maybe we can play it for Bruno.
Okay,
Get his reaction.
Yeah, sure.
So we can start with a Bruno break.
I
Maybe
mean,
we do that. Maybe we do a Bruno breakdown. Instead of Baldy breakdown, we do Bruno. At least we know we have him every week.
Well, right. Now, would you ever get someone's name tattooed on your body?
I don't have any. Do you have a tat at all? Any
No,
tattoos?
I don't.
I don't have any ink on my body as well.
I never thought of what I would want permanently put on my skin.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. Again, I feel like we're on the same page today. Maybe it's me watching Stranger Things and the cosmos is working in a bizarre way, but you and I are on the same page on a lot of things. I actually did this last night on my show, so I wasn't even going to bring it up and repurpose it, but my question of the night stemmed from something organic that came up on the show. Would you rather have, because I don't know if you've heard of this thing, there's a champ stamp out now.
Not a tramp stamp.
No.
Okay.
It's a little bit higher where a tramp stamp is. It's a little bit higher on that upper small of your back.
Right.
And instead of it being like a bar or something like that you get one of those stupid stamps, it's the likeness of Pat Mahomes in this case, or
your
Carson
favorite
Wentz.
athlete.
Absolutely. So this guy in Kansas City has a champ stamp.
Is that right?
Of Pat Mahomes.
So okay.
Yes.
Not Cameron Champ.
No.
All right.
There's nothing else but champ stamp Pat Mahomes.
Wow.
Now, it got me thinking. And I'll just use your arm as an example. So
Okay.
think of it like this. If you're driving, pull over because you're going to need both of your hands free here. Look at your left forearm.
Left.
And,
All right.
and envision from your elbow to your wrist a full-length likeness of
Phil Mickelson
Thank you. I was going to say your favorite athlete of all
hitting
time.
a chip shot.
Oh, no, maybe it's just Phil. Maybe it's just Phil's face.
Oh, yeah?
All right, Phil's face. Does he smoke stogies or
No.
cigarettes or anything?
No, he
Does he
doesn't.
drink?
I'm sure he
All
has
right,
a cocktail.
well, maybe he's flashing a grin. Maybe you want to make it a little special, and he's flashing a grin. He's got a gold tooth or something like that, right? I don't know. But on the left is Phil Mickelson.
Okay.
Right? Now, on the right, and I'm not even going to go where I went on the second level in respect to our tweeter who wanted us to keep it somewhat safe for work. On the right, from your wrist to your elbow, is a full-length likeness of Rihanna in a bikini.
Wow.
Now, you're telling me, what would you rather have? If you could only have one tattoo for the rest of your life and the only option are those two, are you telling me that you'd take Phil over Rihanna?
I probably would. Yeah,
Here's
I probably
the thing.
would.
If you had Rihanna on your forearm in a bikini, you'd never have to use your phone or your memory
Oh,
again.
please. Stop.
I couldn't. 23 minutes into it.
Oh, wow.
You seriously would go Mickelson
Yeah, I
over
would.
Rihanna?
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Rihanna wouldn't even look my way. At least I could probably get a doff of the cat from Phil or maybe a fist bump. Rihanna wouldn't even look at me.
I bet you Rihanna.
So why would I put her on my forearm?
Who would look at you? What celebrity do you think that's hot that would look at you? Start there.
Now we're going to go down that road
Well,
again.
that's fine. We've got 40 seconds probably till the music plays anyway. Who, and we'll talk with Bob from Crossing Broad. We'll ask him that question right from the jump. I hope he's ready for this.
Okay.
This guy thinks he's coming on.
I can't think of one.
Bob probably hates
I mean,
us.
maybe like 10 years ago, but not now.
Who is the woman
I'm
that
old
lives
and broken down and battered?
from the band that we had that KRS-One took, the Step Into a World, right, where she raps, Blondie.
Oh, okay.
You know, she lives down in Cape
Deborah Harry.
Deborah Harry, right. Would you put Deborah? Would you put an older?
Maybe Raquel Welch. She was
Okay.
my first crush.
Listen, I went
As a kid,
Rihanna because I thought you had the same.
I was like 5 or 6 years old.
Okay.
I saw Raquel Welch on television somewhere in one of those stupid, I don't know, it might have been a celebrity roast show or some award show, and she looked unbelievable. And I'm 6 years old, and my mouth was like a gape. I'm like, oh my God. That's when I realized.
Hey, real quick, we're going to get back to this with Bob from Crossing
Yeah.
Broad, and I'm going to bring up exactly what you just said about Raquel Welch and not Rihanna.
Shows you how old I am.
Yeah, well, that's fine. You date yourself a lot, so do I. You're not that much older than me. This is awesome. I thought this was somebody else tweeting us this entire time. It's, in fact, Brian who texts us, 609-403-0973. Listening between flights at Dulles now. Can't always listen, interact, but your show is my go-to when I'm off, Brian. And then he sends us a shot of the cockpit. Now, correct me, that doesn't look like a tour. That doesn't look like he brought his 12-year-old son from first class in to look at. Brian's a pilot.
Nice.
Is that a safe assumption, Brian? You let us know. That's awesome, man. Thank you.
Cool. I mean, yeah, that's inside the cockpit, man.
Now, don't stream us when you're taking off or landing because we might distract you. No, he's a pro. Look at this. This is awesome, man. Thank you for this tweet, for this text. 609-403-0973. We're live at Parks Casino on Friday, Harry.
Yes.
And we're giving people $250. It's awesome. We're just handing out $250. All you need to do is go to parkscasino.com/fan. Type in promo code SPORTS. That's PARXcasino.com/fan. Use promo code SPORTS. Get your risk-free bet of up to $250. It's incredible. Do it right now. parkscasino.com/fan and use our promo code SPORTS and get a risk-free bet of up to $250. Bet with the best online right now at the #1 casino in Parks Casino in Pennsylvania. That's Parks Casino and Sportsbook. The #1. That's it. #1. Everything else is just looking up. Tons of things to bet on. Open your account right now. parkscasino.com/fan. Just type in the promo code SPORTS. You get that risk-free bet. $250. That's free money. Risk-free bet refunded on a loss as a free bet. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.